Hi, Facebook fam. Cassandra here. Hope you can hear me. I just hit the go live button on my page, so let me know if you can hear me down below while I make sure that my audio is on. Perfect. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Cassandra, aka the Prosperous Heart from www.prosperousheart.com, and I'm on a mission to empower at least 10 people to become debt-free by 2020. And there are so many things that you can do with this, right? You can become an entrepreneur, you can learn how to do Forex, you can eliminate debt. But in today's video, I wanted to talk about mindset because before you do anything else, mindset is the number one important thing that you can do for your life, for your business, for your job, for your family, everything. Because literally 90% of everything that you do is pushed by your subconscious, which is what's between your ears. Hey, Christy. Hey, Robert. Hey, Shane. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for letting me know you can hear me. And so while I am an entrepreneur, I do own a business for online media, online marketing, social media, and Facebook ads management. Today is a video about your mindset. And I wanted to talk about this because one of the things that I decided to do this year for myself was to read at least one book a month. Now, I listen to books in the car. I listen to motivational things in the car, but I haven't actually sat down and read a book like all the way through in a really long time. So my first book this year was What Would the Rockefellers Do? And basically, this book is all about a single strategy, really, about a cash flow insurance strategy. And I'm not going to go into it right now. If you want to check it out, check this book out, then also please speak with a licensed financial advisor on this. This is something that could change the game for you. But regardless, I'm almost done with it. I'm going to finish this before the end of January, and I'm so excited about it. Because I'm only a couple days more away. But one of the final things in this book said something about the cost of opportunity. So let me go ahead and look at my notes real quick so I can share this with you, so I can stay on topic and keep this short. Where'd it go? All right, so opportunity cost. What is it? So the opportunity cost is what you miss out on when you choose one option over another, right? So let's say you're eating, right? You just either a healthy salad or dessert, right? What do you miss out on when you choose one option over the other? Now, whatever you choose in life, there is no wrong or bad decision unless it actually intentionally harms somebody else, right? Or it's a choice, rather, that's still true, right? There is no wrong or bad decision as long as you're not hurting other people. But here's the thing. Every choice you make, it's a choice that you've made to determine the course of your life. Where you are today is based off of the decisions, the thoughts, the words, everything that you've done in your past has gotten you where you are today. So if you want to be somewhere else, if you want to be someone else, if you want to go somewhere else, if you want to have more money, you've got to change the way you do things now. Change your mindset, change the actions that you take, change the people you hang around if you want to improve and grow in whatever aspect that is that you want. So, for example, going to college versus not going to college, right? Most people have heard of the 40-40-40 plan, right? 40 years, so 40 years of your life, so you can retire on or whatever that is, 40-40-40, doesn't matter. It's the whole idea of that you have to go to school so you can get a good job or get good grades so you can get a good job and, have lots of money. This is not the case anymore. It's just not. Most of our families or even our grandparents have either experienced or seen the experience of their parents have what's called a pension. And I don't understand how this was ever a thing, because a pension is not a viable way to have a business, because a pension basically says, thank you for all of your service. We're going to continue to pay you even though you no longer create revenue for us. And that's not a sustainable thing for a business. I mean, our government does it. I don't know how it's still a thing, but it is, right? So people have had this idea of, the corporate America is going to take care of me when I get older and when I retire, and this just is not the case. So when people think going to college is the be all end all versus not going to college, you have to weigh the opportunity cost. So what's the opportunity cost for that? Go into debt versus because you have the idea of creating wealth in the long run, or go into the workforce immediately or some other choice and potentially not ever be able to get that paper because it's so much harder to go back into college later, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Going to college versus not going to college. You have less freedom up front because you have to spend 4 years in college for the hope of a better life. right? You hope that you come out of the college with a full-time job that will pay all of your student loan debt and everything else, right? So yet that opportunity cost is all of that. You have to spend a lot of time in your degree for the hope that will create a better future for you. All right, well, what about starting a family young versus later in life? You get started early and get it out of the way, but you miss out on learning who you are first. So many people have children when they're young, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, I know plenty of people who have had kids when they're young and they love their life. But if you look at the science behind it, when you have a baby, you lose sleep, you lose nutrition, you lose a lot of willpower to do things because you're so tired and you're so focused on this new child, this new life that you brought into the world and you love. But people get depressed. It drains them so much. And so if you have not had the opportunity to build a life around you so that you can nurture that, it could have a negative impact on so many things in your life versus whereas you might be more established later on in life when you have children. That's an opportunity cost, right? Lack of sleep and loss of drive, depression early on, versus being more financially and potentially emotionally stable later on, right? So what about having children or adopting versus having no children, right? These are all choices we have in life, you know. Lack of money to care for raising the children versus the ability to create wealth for oneself and other family members. So if you have kids, a lot of times, unless you have a really, really well-paying job or you're an entrepreneur or you trade Forex, something, most people do not have a lot of money after they take care of the base needs of themselves and their children. And first of all, I think that's a tragedy, and that's one of the reasons why I'm on a mission to empower 10 people to become debt-free, right? But again, opportunity cost. What is it that whatever decision you've made in your life is that opportunity cost for you? If having children adopting, that means that you're creating a familial legacy, that you have someone to take care of you when you're older. Whereas people who don't have children, they may not have any family to take care of them when they get older, right? When you have kids, you lead a life mostly focused on another human being to a life focused living on your soul's purpose, one would hope, generally to help others, because I firmly believe that humans as a whole really want to have that passion, that drive, that purpose to help and empower others, right? And so a lot of people who have children, they have less time because not only are they taking care of their kids, helping them grow up, helping them with their studies and stuff like that, they usually don't have time to follow other passions in their life, right? That's an opportunity cost. Other things that you choose in life. Hey, Gregory, thank you so much for joining. Other things you choose in life, becoming an entrepreneur versus only having a job. As an entrepreneur, you are creating multiple income streams. Whereas when you only have a job or multiple jobs, you're limited to a single income or usually barely getting by, right? If you're an entrepreneur, you are creating your time freedom. You are in charge of your life and the how that money comes in versus punching a clock and asking for time off. You're leveraging your ability to influence others versus influence the role or direct people in your organization. Again, there's no right or wrong here. You can make a huge impact in your job alone. But if you have a goal or a passion or something that you are not able to fulfill because you have made these decisions in life to limit yourself, you have to take a step back and go, was this opportunity cost worth it from the choice that I've made, right? And the last one that I wanted to share for an example is learning a new skill, like Forex, for example, learning a new skill versus staying where you are in life. So you can choose to learn a new skill, which will help scientifically improve your brain power and give you so many other health benefits versus slowly killing yourself. Because if you're not growing, if you're not moving in a direction with which you want to improve, you are slowly killing yourself. It's all science. I'm not going to get into this. I keep mentioning science because it, it's just too much for me to share on one video, and that's not what the purpose of this was, right? So creating a new skill, you're potentially creating additional income. For example, Forex. Forex is the only skill set I've ever found in my life that allows you to potentially create income without having to be a salesperson. So whatever skill you decide to improve on, right, you have the potential to create additional income. Whereas if you just stay where you're at in life, you will continue to have the same things that you've always had, do the same things that you've always done, right? And then finally, on this particular example, you have when you develop new skills, when you improve upon old skills, you actually become a person of more value, not only to yourself, your family, and friends, but also the job or the business you're in, or the people that are in your circle of influence, right? Whereas if you never improve yourself, you never grow, you never do anything but what you've always done, so I think you get what I'm saying here with this cost of opportunity. So if you found value from this, please like this video, share it with someone you think should hear it today. And like I said, I'm on a mission to empower at least 10 people to become debt-free by 2020. And there's two ways that I'm focusing on that this year. One is to help entrepreneurs grow their business online through online marketing and social media platforms, and the other is to show people a new skill set called Forex to help you potentially create whatever lifestyle that is for you. So thanks so much for watching. If either one of those resonates with you, please send me a message or leave a comment below, and I will definitely reach back out. Have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.